I just hit 93% win rate on Duskmourn Quick Draft, forcing one archetype, and I want to teach you to do the same. Before we get into it, my plan is to make videos like this for other sets, so if you want to see those as they come out, then please subscribe. Unfortunately, as recording, Duskmourn is about to rotate out of Quick Draft, so this is only going to be available for a day or two, but I'm sure they'll bring it back, and I expect the strategy to continue working. When Duskmourn was first released, I played a lot of Premier Draft, got to Mythic rank, had like a 58-59% win rate. And if we look at the 17 lands data for Premier Draft, you'll see that the average person on 17 lands has a 54.5% win rate. And if we look at the two color pairs, Boros, Azorius are winning the most on average. And then we have Gruul, we have Simic, followed by Rakdos, Golgari. But these stats are from drafting against humans, and that's not why we're here today. Now, if we go to Quick Draft, the win rate for 17 lands players goes up to 56.1%. And if we go to the two color archetypes, well, suddenly Black-Red is at 59%, well above everything else. So what the hell is going on here? The way that Quick Draft works is that you are drafting against 7 other bots, and the bots are given a pick priority order in the background. And it seems that for Duskmourn, they highly undervalue red-black cards. What this means is that you can go into a draft ahead of time and say, I want to play red-black, and just force it. And when I say force it, I mean just ignore good cards in other colors, doesn't matter, only pick red-black cards, and you'll get there. This first pack of this draft is a good example of what I'm talking about. Popular Egotist is great in specifically the red-black deck. It's the kind of card you would sort of hope to wheel in a normal draft, or maybe take a little bit later on, something like 5th or 6th pick. But it's that good in red-black, and I am forcing, so I'm just gonna take it now. I can hope to wheel the rat, the monkey, or just the jewel land. That's all fine. In this case, we're just going to take premium removal, but in a normal draft, I might have been strongly tempted to switch into Brood Spinner here. This was between Fear of Being Hunted and Glassworks for the red-black deck, but there's Unable to Scream, there's Glimmer Burst, that could have easily drawn me out. Similar here, Sporogenic's pretty good removal, but Trapped in the Screen is extremely good and playable in both Boros and Azorius, but I'm just like, nope, don't care, red-black only, please. And you'll see that quite a lot of red-black happy cards are still going. There's Ticket Booth, which is very respectable in the deck. The Monkey's amazing, and we get premium removal being passed to us. Another Sporogenic. Ticket Booth is still there as well. And then we get a pick 7 Skin Ripper, whilst again, another Ticket Booth. And then a pick 8 Skin Ripper, while there's still Glimmerlight and another Ticket Booth and a rat in the pack. We get a pick 9 rat, we get the Jewel land back, we get a Fear of Lost Teeth or Saw. Both are great. I think you only really want one Saw, and I just always want more creatures to sack. And then we're into the Chaff. So this is a good example of what you can get when quick drafting. So looking at the 4 draft decks I completed, this is the one that we were just looking at here. We honestly got a lot of the best stuff in pack 1. We got another nice removal tool here, but more importantly, we got Disturbing Mirths, which are absolutely insane in this deck. And this ended up being a 7-1 draft. All of our future drafts ended up being 16 lands, and I think that's kind of where you want to be rather than 17. I like to keep the curve at 3 and below if possible. You have a few mana sinks in the form of Popular, Egotist, and Skin Ripper, and a lot of the time you want to double cast spells on the same turn, which means that you're not wasting the mana. You can see I ended up with 4 Clockwork Percussionists in this deck, multiple Final Vengeances, maybe more Ticket Booth than I would like, but Ticket Booth is very solid in this deck because not only does it make a creature, it can fill the graveyard for Delirium, you can sacrifice it to things like Final Vengeance and other things. It's a very solid con. And as you might expect, Vengeful Possession is very good in this archetype when you have other ways to sacrifice it like Final Vengeance or Popular Egotist, etc. The last couple of drafts have been 7-0s. You can see 3 Final Vengeance. One thing to note here is that there are 0 rares or mythics in this deck. Just a critical mass of sacrifice value and triggers is all you need. And then this last one here, well, I got multiple rares. I got the Fear of Missing Out, I got the Undead Sprinter, and I also got the Unstoppable Slasher, all of which are amazing, along with just the normal package that we've been seeing in other ones. If you're looking for like a pick order overview, then something like this might help. You can search by the Black-Red archetype on 17 lands and have a look here. As you can see, it's often a lot of the stuff that's been performing very well for me as well. You don't really want Live or Die or Diversion Specialist. I would say probably stopping at C+ is quite good here. You definitely want these cards and everything above them. And then, yeah, Final Vengeance massively overperforms, Clockwork Percussionist, Glassworks, Scorching Dragonfire. The Rat, Fear of Lost Teeth, and Ticket Booth are all really good in this deck, but they also are not high picks for any other archetype. Unfortunately, I did this quite late when Duskmourn's about to rotate out and Wilds of Eldraine is about to rotate in, but if you want me to try it for that set, just tell me in the comments below and I'll give it a go. And if you found this video helpful and you'd like to see more, please subscribe. I'm on my way to 1K hopefully, and this would be a great help.
You okay then? You're in it. This is very unprofessional.